everyone, in this video we're gonna talk about communication breakdown and its barriers. But before that, let me introduce myself first. I am Jipus Ruyo Hingo, first year from G2R. Now without further ado, let's get started. So, what is this communication breakdown? Communication breakdown is the failure to deliver a message or an information to the receiver, or lack of communication. So, when does communication breakdown occur? Communication breakdown occurs when the receiver does not understand the message or information that was sent by the sender. Communication breakdown has 4 barriers.
This type of barriers are physical barriers, psychological barriers, cultural barriers, and linguistic barriers.
Now, let's talk about first the physical barriers.
Physical barriers are the natural or environmental conditions that act as a barrier in sending the message from sender to receiver. Examples of physical barriers are people cheering, loud music, dog barking, and thunder.
Now, let's talk about the psychological barriers.
Psychological barriers are called mental barriers. This refers to social and personal issues of a speaker towards communicating with others. Examples of psychological barriers are shyness, lack of confidence, anxiety, depression, fear, and stage fright.
Now, let us go to cultural barriers.
Cultural barriers pertain to communication problems encountered by people regarding their instinct beliefs, values, and tradition in conflict with others. People's culture affect the way they communicate and relate to others. Examples of cultural barriers: different beliefs, traditions and customs, manners of dressing, speaking.
Finally, let's go to the final barrier, is the linguistic barrier.
Linguistic barriers pertain conflict with regard to language and word meanings. Because words carry denotative and connotative meanings, they can sometimes cause confusion and misunderstanding. Meaning of words and symbols also vary depending on culture. Examples of linguistic barriers: different in language, accent and dialect, use of jargon and slang, speech defect or language impairment.
And those are the 4 communication barriers. According to Verderber, he gives a similar barrier when he classifies noise into 3 kinds. These noises are external noise, internal noise, and semantic noise. First, let's talk about the external noise.
External noises are the sight, sound, and other stimuli that draw people's attention away from intended meaning. Example of external noises: noise from vehicles, singing at the neighborhood, the dog barking, the sound of an airplane.
And now let's go to internal noise.
Internal noises are thoughts and feelings that interfere with meaning. Examples of internal noises: confrontation with a friend, confessing your love, racial prejudice.
Final, the semantic noise.
Semantic noises are the alternate meanings aroused by a speaker's symbols. This idea means that a word may have another meaning in the minds of the students. This is affected by language in which they grow and culture in which they expose. Example of semantic noises: incorrect grammar, using idioms, using slang and jargons.
Again, I'm Jipos and thank you for watching.